Is Canadiens coach Claude Julien out-coaching Pittsburgh coach Mike Sullivan?
Well, you can certainly make a case that he has. He's made some good. He managed to get in the first couple of games. Sullivan played right into his hands. I mean, he gave the Canadiens the matchups they wanted. And then the last night's game, where the Canadiens had the last change, I think they did a better job of matching up. Sullivan made two big mistakes, he made one mistake where he challenged the first goal, and then they ended up, getting a delay of game penalty when it was not upheld. And then Sullivan tried to sneak his goaltender out of the crease at the end of the game, and Julien said, "Wait a minute, when I get the last change, he can't come off," and that saved them a half a minute or so of having a 6-on-4 situation. I think Claude has, moved his players in and out. He's been motivating them, and he's got them playing the kind of hockey that he wants them to play. There's this, perception that he's a defensive coach. I don't know any coach that doesn't like to see his team score goals. And last night, you saw, as Rick pointed out earlier, he had the defenseman pinching in, supporting the play and doing a great job of it. The first goal, Weber going to the net and getting a rebound. These are things they have to do.
I think so far he has, because what Claude Julien said before the series started is we have to play our game. And so far they've been doing a good job being able to play their kind of game. And I think maybe the Pittsburgh Penguins might have thought that this was going to be a little bit of an easier series than it has been. Sidney Crosby, after Game 3, said that he felt that they might have taken their foot off the gas and allowed the Montreal Canadiens to come back into the game, that they weren't playing with the kind of urgency that they should have. And I think Claude Julien's done a great job of motivating his young team. Everyone keeps bringing up that they're young, they've got no playoff experience compared to the Pittsburgh Penguins. And so far, he's used that to his advantage to motivate his players to say, look, let's show them that even though we don't have the experience, that we can do this. We can beat one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah, and I mean, going into the playoffs, the coaches have discussed what they'd like to see as far as matchups go. It doesn't necessarily and always play out in their favor because the game's happening so quickly, and you can see sometimes that some of the players that end up on the ice, you're hoping that maybe weren't to be on the ice, but the bottom line is, I think, judging by what he's been trying to structure with his group, especially on the defensive side, is he wants to have those big defense out against Malkin and some of those critical situations. So I think to date that has worked out very well, but I think that a lot of guys are aware that when they're given the opportunity, they have to make sure they're responsible defensively, because the defense is going to ultimately give them a chance to win first. And then when they're selective like they have been, go on the offense.
All right. Well, you can check out this week's full episode at hockeyinsideout.com or the Montreal Gazette now.